Hello and welcome to Lisa Loves. I am here to do a last little review of the day for a movie I watched last night. Yes, another one that I think I watched 3 yesterday, called Marrowbone. The original title I think was called The Secret of Marrowbone, and I really enjoyed this little movie, just to let you know from the get-go what I thought. Just to give you some names, this one was written and directed by Sergio G. Sanchez. It's not a Spanish movie, it's English. We have starring in this George McKay, Anya Taylor, Charlie Heaton. Charlie Heaton was Jonathan Bryars in Stranger Things. Maya Goth, Matthew Stagg. Yep, that's the main stars of it. I'm not going to go into like loads of, because I didn't really recognise people from anything else apart from Charlie Heaton. I obviously recognised him. This movie follows a family of 4 kids who we see at the start of the movie have fled from the UK to America for a fresh start to get away from something. We assume obviously it's the husband, as it's just the mother and the 4 kids. I say kids, we've got 3 teenagers and a really young boy. The young boy is called Sam, and we've got Jane, Jack and Billy. The mum, this isn't really giving anything away, as this is in the synopsis and this is in the trailer. The mum dies at the start of the movie. She becomes ill and she passes away. And something that the family have always promised one another is that they will never be separated. But they know if they go to the authorities and they tell them that their mother has died, that they will be, because they're all minors. I think Jack is 16 or 17, he's the oldest. And they will be taken away and they will be separated and placed in different places. So they don't want that to happen, so they bury their mum in the garden. And they try and keep from the outside world the truth, and they try and manage and cope on their own. This movie follows something else that's going on in the home. The write-up on IMDb says a sinister presence, so that's how it's described. And the movie sort of, it plays around with us and makes us wonder and guess at what exactly this presence is in the house. They have all the mirrors in the house covered, and all the mirrors have cracks on them. And they talk about, the little boy talks about the ghost an awful lot in the movie. So they're obviously really frightened of something getting to them, and they have built a little den, like you do when you're a kid, with like duvets and pillows, but this is a much bigger one that they can all crawl inside and hide from whatever it is that they're scared of. And the movie sort of follows them attempting, several sort of things happen that threatens to reveal their secret. They have to try and pull wool over certain officials' eyes. Stuff's going on in the house that is a bit creepy and a bit scary, and as the movie approaches the end, we sort of like gradually different things are revealed to us, and we discover what the history of the situation is and what's happening, and a nice little picture is painted for us. This movie has a twist at the end. I didn't see the twist coming at all. It actually almost has a couple. The first one I saw coming. The second one I had no idea. I would advise, if you're going to watch this, do not go and read any reviews on IMDb. I did, not before I watched it, thankfully, but someone actually wrote, I don't want to give away anything, I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's really difficult to talk about this movie without, so what I will say is it reminded me a lot of, and then named a movie that has an underlying concept running all the way through that gives away exactly what the twist is. It's ridiculous that the person would name this particular movie when the movie they named that this is similar to, in their viewpoint, is a movie about what the twist is at the end of this one. And it's like, what are you doing? It's like, no, that's like the biggest spoiler in the world. So don't read any IMDb reviews before you watch this. I liked it. I thought it was really entertaining. The performances were all really good. It was beautifully shot, and the countryside absolutely stunningly beautiful. It's just a nice paced story. It's like a drama story, but with horror elements, with certain definite creepy moments in there, and an ending that I don't feel is very easy to guess at all, unless you read some silly bugger's review on IMDb. So yeah, I would really recommend Marrowbone. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If I had to score that one out of 10, given that I gave The Wildling an 8.5 out of 10 because I loved it, I would give Marrowbone a 7 out of 10, which to me is still a really, really solid score. If I don't like something, it's usually getting between a 1 and a 3. I Feel Pretty, which I reviewed earlier, I gave it a half, and that was grudgingly, because you can't really get your score to show up unless you give it the lowest that you can give it, which is a half, and that was grudgingly, believe me. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for Marrowbone. Have you seen it? What did you think if you have? If you haven't, does it sound like something you'd enjoy? Let me know in the comments. And with that said, it's over and out from Lisa Lives.